Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel where we dice the milk up regularly. Well, I basically sit in my dorm building's hallway, stairs, and talk to you all about some stuff. So settle in, we're gonna try something new and see how it goes. But as you can tell, you clicked on this video for a reason. Like, I know why you're here. You know why I'm here. I'm gonna just address the obvious right now. I got an eyebrow piercing. You're gonna have to ignore the reverb like I am. But because this is me whispering. This is me being semi-quiet. But I got an eyebrow piercing. And I got an industrial. Crazy, right? But so shit changes. Hair and style are evolving. I know it's been a while since winter break and everything, but I'm gonna tell y'all the story of how I got that today. I didn't just get it. I've had it for a couple of weeks, but the process behind it. So, y'all know about Saltburn. Yeah, it's been about a little more than a month since it came out, which it has taken the internet by a storm. But I can see why, because it's like one of those movies where it's like perfectly formulated for people in the internet to grab it and take at it. But so as you can tell, it took a hold of me. I originally watched Saltburn on Prime Video like a bunch of other people did. We're not paying for movie theaters here. Broke college student, whoa there. And so my best friend texted me and was like, hey, wanna watch Saltburn together? Because we were like talking about it. I'm like, oh haha. Why are all these people on TikTok freaking out about it? So basically, bro was like, let's watch Saltburn. The day it came out on Amazon Prime, we sat down and we watched it together late at night. And the entire time I was like, what the actual fuck is going on with this movie? But damn, Jacob Elordi and his eyebrow piercing, like the amount of gender envy I get from that man, it's immense. I just want to peel his skin off and mesh it on my own and be like, yeah, I'm Jacob Elordi. That's every well, not every is subjective, but a lot of trans masks dreams. Who wouldn't want to be Jacob Elordi? His jaw. But anyways, so watching Saltburn with my bestie Ollie, and after we finished it, I just sat there and I was like, what the actual fuck did I just watch? I literally just sat there why? What? With who? And there was not much to say. I just sat there, and then after I got over the initial shock, I turned to Ollie and I was like, what the fuck is this? This is not another sad gay movie, which I have opinions about how Saltburn was marketed as a gay movie, but it isn't. My opinion, my slightly clear opinion, but that's a topic for another video. We're talking about eyebrow piercings here, and Saltburn is mixing it all up. But, so I just sat there, and we talked for 2 hours about how unsatisfying that movie was. Now, flash forward 2 days later, sitting, scrolling through TikTok, Saltburn edit, start watching it, and it leads me down the path to constantly seeing Saltburn edits. And you can tell where we got here today. words are not wording right now, but cause and effect. I did in fact get the eyebrow piercing because of Saltburn. But so after that, I was like thinking, like, damn, I've never wanted an eyebrow piercing in my life before. But I could really use one right now. And so I went by my rule of piercings and body mods because someone is not okay down there. But I went by my rule of piercing and body mods where I wait a month to see if I really want it, because it's industrial. It was painful as hell. Fuck. It was painful as hell, and I waited 6 years to get this. And still, when I got it, I semi-regretted it. But I have to say, with this thing, satisfied as hell. So I wait a month. I start telling my friends, I'm like, so guys, eyebrow piercing? Like, what do you think? Like, I already had the double slits. Oh, I had to regrow the slit, but I already had the double slits. So I was used to like having that attention drawn towards my face. But, you know, started being like, ooh, eyebrow piercings. And so they encouraged me to get it, and then I really was like, fuck, I need an eyebrow piercing. And then I got personally called on TikTok because I saw someone commenting, being like, yeah, every trans mask after Saltburn, this is your chance to get an eyebrow piercing. Like, come on, people. And so I was like, damn, I really need an eyebrow piercing. But anyways, I had to wait a month. Winter break was over. I almost got the eyebrow piercing impulsively with my friend Lil, but I was like, no, I should wait it out a little bit. But so I texted my friend Gabby, and I'm like, yo, do you know any good piercers around here? Because I might want to get my eyebrow piercing done because it's Saltburn. And they were like, yeah, here's this place I've gone to before, really good. You get a coupon for going there, like, let's go there. So about 2 weeks to date, yeah, two or three. Time is flying by, y'all. I can't be allowed to no, it was 2. Yeah, it's only been 2. I can't be allowed to account for time, like, well there, but. So we're going, it's Friday. Friday I don't have any classes. So we're like getting there, and the morning of, I was like, holy shit, do I actually want to get an eyebrow piercing? Or am I going crazy? Because here's a little background about me, but I never thought I was gonna get any facial piercings. Like, from a young age, I was that one child who was like, no, I don't want any facial piercings or tattoos. No, I'm too pure. Which purely culture fucks with your head. But I mean, at this point, I'm like, if I'm an artist and every fucking other thing I do is unconventional, like, facial piercings aren't gonna hurt me. But I did that. I actually heard about eyebrow piercings like back in 2015 from my godmother's sister, I think. And so I was like, eyebrow piercing sounds interesting, but they're not supposed to be super painful. And I also checked with my hope to be job employer. We might have a job this summer. And I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about getting an eyebrow piercing. Like, is that gonna affect anything? Because I can't take this fucker out. I can't be like, well, yeah, going off to a job, gotta like seal up my $50 eyebrow piercing. But all those things running through my head, literally the night before, I was like, fuck this eyebrow piercing. And so Gabby takes me there, we get there, and I'm like, I'm literally shaking. my ass is scared as hell. And I mean, obviously it doesn't like come across in this appearance, but like sometimes people portray me as more of a like scary person and intimidating. I mean, I don't think I give that vibes on here in YouTube specifically, because it's like, it's silly little me talking to y'all on camera by myself in a stairwell. Like, how's that intimidating? But I was like literally shaking, and they were like, oh, what piercings do you want? Eyebrow and industrial. And Gabby rips her eyes like, wait, you never said you're getting an industrial. So my industrial ended up being overshadowed by me talking about constantly wanting to get an eyebrow piercing. But we get in there, get to the piercer. She has me lay down and like draws a little mark and is like, okay, is this where you want the placement? I'm like, yeah. I look in the mirror and I'm like, fucking shit, I can't chicken out right now. Like, it's literally there. And so what she does is she pinches, because like, this is how, like, they tell your anatomy about the eyebrow piercing. If any of y'all can go through like pinching like the fat above your eyebrow. And so they do that, and then like she takes it and she says, breathe in, 1, 2, 3, and pierces my eyebrow. I have a video, but I don't think y'all would like to see that. It's easier with me just being on the wall instead of actually seeing me get pierced. And also, I know some of y'all are afraid of needles. I am kind of afraid of needles, so this like, it was a weird step for me to take, but pierces through my eyebrow, puts in the jewelry, screws it on, and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I have an eyebrow piercing. There's no way I can go back right now. It is in my face. And I would say like, it did not hurt at all. Like, okay, so I have like a scar right here from this like infected pimple that I got about fall of 2022. And so I had to go into like urgent care, and the doctor like took me and was like, oh, we can cure that easily. Takes a fucking needle, no anesthetics, no painkillers, none of that bullshit, and just starts poking at my skin. And I was like sitting there, middle of my forehead getting poked at, being like, okay, this is my life. He's trying to get the pus sac. Yeah. So that was more painful than the eyebrow piercing, because like for several minutes, he was just like poking at my face with a needle. And it didn't really hurt much afterwards. Like, it just felt strange. This one, on the other hand, hurt like a fucker. If any of y'all are thinking about getting an industrial, it hurts. And then like when the piercer, when she was like putting in the jewelry and like the bar, she like put it, and then she put it in too far down, so she had to shove it back up and screw it on. Oh my god, that hurt. I also have another video of that happening, courtesy of Gabby, but you can see it in my face. Like, I am really in pain. So if you're looking for an easy facial piercing that doesn't hurt too much, eyebrow piercing, highly recommend. And so get out, pay for it, and then I was just walking around and I had the initial reaction of, fuck, there is a piece of metal in my face, which I do have to say, it does take time to get used to. And like at first, I could feel that this eyebrow was like slightly heavier than the other one. And also, I was scared off my ass, especially after that, like, I've lost mobility in my eyes and facial movement because of how, like, you're supposed to be pierced. Because, like, that's the major risk of eyebrow piercings, is, like, they pierce it wrong and, like, you lose mobility and, like, have your face and your eye. And I was, like, a little freaked out because, I mean, a part of my, like, hopeful career is to use my eyes. I was telling that to Gabby and I was like, dude, Like, these are an asset to me. I use these fuckers, and then this is like one of my dominant eyes too. So I was like, damn, I'm really playing with fate right now. But I also almost threw up getting the industrial. So like we afterwards we got out, walked to a gas station. I was standing there drinking ginger ale, being like, I'm gonna throw up. But I didn't. So I consider that a win. Another thing to keep in mind with your industrials. But so eventually I got some like the saltwater wound spray, and I've been cleaning with that like twice a week, because like eyebrow piercings have a high chance of rejection, so it's almost like gambling with fate. And so I have a friend, like before I got the eyebrow piercing, I was adding it to my story and being like, guys, I'm gonna get an eyebrow piercing. But my friend was like, yeah, I had an eyebrow piercing, it rejected afterwards because I didn't clean it every day and every night. And so I've been like ingraining that in my mind. I'm like, this is not like, oh, fun piercing cleaning time. It's like, I better keep this fucker because I paid for it. But, oh, another thing, sleeping. It's so funny because I didn't realize it until after I pierced everything. I was like, shit, sleeping is gonna be interesting because I can't sleep on my ear with the industrial, and I have to be careful with my eyebrow piercing. But I actually was initially gonna get my industrial on my right side. Sorry, that took me a moment. Right side, because I don't know, I felt like my right side was more of an industrial ear, and I was like, ooh, I've always wanted an industrial on the right side of my head. But I sleep on that side, and I really sleep on that side. Like, I've been sleeping on that side for years, and I soon realized after, I was like, shit, I can't fucking do that. That's how we ended up switching sides, y'all. But yeah, so it's so funny. Like, when I go to sleep, my brain is like trained to not sleep on the piercings. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I thought that initially when I was like going to sleep that I was gonna like accidentally bump it or like roll onto this side, but there's something like ingrained in my brain where it's like, yeah, don't fuck with that shit, don't roll over onto these two sides. Which is crazy, honestly. Fucking crazy. But yeah. So, and I also found a funny way, like sometimes if I want to sleep on this side, I literally will like sleep like this and prop my head up above my industrial. But like this, I don't do it much because it's like weird and an awkward position to be in, but it works. And so like I do sleep on this side, and I literally sleep like this so I can tell not to like roll over too much next to my industrial. Like, it's such a fucking funny position to be put in. So fucking funny. But anyways, to wrap this all up, watch Saltburn. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot another iconic part of this whole journey and experience. So afterwards, when I got back, no one noticed I had an eyebrow piercing because everybody already assumed I had one. Which is fucking crazy. They already assumed because of the slits. Which is so funny because I would be like, hey guys, I got something new. And they're like, what did you get? Can I see, what did you get? And I'm like, the eyebrow piercing on my face? The industrial, I agree, it is harder to notice, but like, this is like front and center. Like, when you're looking at me, there it is. There's the little dot. See, it's moving, it's grooving. But, and then I got all my friends together and we watched Saltburn. And the whole time I was like, fuck yeah, Saltburn with an eyebrow piercing? Hell yeah. Eventually I went with Gabby for them to get their eyebrow piercing. which I gotta say, guys, Saltburn really pushes you to get an eyebrow piercing. Something about it, but, and like, obviously you can tell now, like, I've gotten more used to it. It feels pretty, like, seamlessly a part of me, but I do have to say, it feels weird to have, like, a bar right there under your skin, and I know it's gonna be a pain in the ass if I ever wanna, like, change it too, which, of course, I'm gonna have to change it come time, but, like, healing, number of months for healing is, like, 3. So, and it gives me enough time before, like, summer camp season starts. Because I don't want to be out in the fucking wilderness and be like, oh yeah, guys, my eyebrow piercing is rejecting. But if any of y'all are, like, looking to get an eyebrow piercing, I highly recommend. One thing that scares me, though, is I'm scared, like, I'm gonna snag it on something and pull it down and pull it off. So you have to be, like, aware of it, aware of your surroundings, which I'm not most of the time, but because it's in my face, it has made me aware. But, and it doesn't hurt too much afterwards. Like, this one still fucking hurts, but this one, we're vibing, we're existing. So the moral of the story is, Saltburn to eyebrow piercing pipeline, pretty close, and pretty fucking fun. So, highly recommend. Though I do have to say, just because I got one facial piercing, but like, the want and the need to get more fucking skyrocketed. Never thought about facial piercings until like the other day. I was like, damn, I could use a lip ring. And then I was like, shit, I need to think this one out again. I can't go jumping into facial piercing and get like a lip ring, a septum, and blah, 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 blah. But I think I'm gonna get, I forget the name of this one, but I'm gonna get like a hoop right there and a hoop right there. There we go. But, so, we might have more like piercing stories in the future, but I obviously have to wait until I have more funding and wait until like after summer. Because again, you can't be in the fucking wilderness and be like, well, 4 of my piercings are rejecting and causing me fucking issues. But anyways, okay, now we're gonna segment into a little life update, but yeah, it's been fucking crazy, but thank you guys so much for just like keeping in mind all the shit going on in my life and like bearing with me as I'm not super consistent. Cause like college is really like kicking up right now. I'm applying to study abroad, which I'm literally like right before this, I was literally like working on 4 different paintings, and my portfolio is due in like less than a week. I have to like get my ass in line and finish this up. So like it's been kind of hard because I wanted to make content like every week. I'm like, damn, another week goes by and I want to make a video, but like shit has just been like so hard that I just don't have the time to. But I'm forcing myself to have like at least a little time. I'm like, that's why I think I might try. I have like some ideas for bigger videos, but I want to try doing like sometimes story time stuff and like mixing it in there, because it's a lot like easier for me at least to just sit down and tell a story and like just have a fun time and like a narrative. It feels more like a one-on-one talk rather than like work on art stuff right now, because I mean I have like art stuff to share. It's just I need a little break from YouTube art stuff right now. But I mean I think this is a good way to like showcase personality and shit in other ways just besides art. And I know like y'all are interested in my art, which I genuinely do appreciate. Like it really is nice to like see that I have a little tiny audience out there. But yeah, it's been fucking hard. And I just started fashion, and like I have thoughts about that, which y'all will get to hear eventually. And it also means like I haven't been using my sketchbook daily. Like I have another one, but like it's been more project-based stuff rather than like, oh, fun figure sketching. But it's like with the whole thing of creativity, it ebbs and flows and changes depending on the cycle. But I'm trying to think if I have anything for y'all to look out for. We'll see if I'm able to produce a video by next week. I think I might stick to once every 2 weeks, but like it just depends on like path I want to take. But again, thank you so much for like bearing with me. And I also wanted to say thank y'all for 275 subscribers. Like we're getting so close to 300, and it's fucking crazy. It really is. And I don't know, I'm happy to be in this position. I'm happy to like be making content in art school, even if it's like literally just me like sitting in a hallway talking about an eyebrow piercing. But I do genuinely enjoy making content, and I enjoy like interacting with y'all on the comments and stuff like that. I know it takes me some time, but I really do appreciate it, and I want to let y'all know that you are seen. I see right now. I appreciate you. I'm not gonna start acting all snobby because I have 275 subscribers. I think it's technically 276, but same difference. But yeah, and so again, small creator, small audience. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Keep up with those creative endeavors like me, and also keep up with the battle of life because it goes fucking hard. But you know what? Thanks for some good stories later on, which I will eventually tell you. We gotta wait more to let YouTube run its course. But if you're not already subscribed, I see y'all. There's like 90% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed, and I watch you. I literally see you. I am standing in your home and standing over your bed being like, why aren't you subscribed to me? You know what? I will be your sleep paralysis demon. And when you subscribe to me, I protect against the sleep paralysis instead of providing it. But anyways, hit that like button. If you have any comments, thoughts about Saltburn or eyebrow piercings, don't be afraid to comment. I would love to hear your opinions on the movie and what it caused you to do. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, good week, good month, good year, good semester, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.